Welcome to the after party. So
Elise to leave this time.
No, you don't get to leave, Sarah. You have to, Sarah. You have to.
And then we can all go to bed.
Hey! Welcome to the party.
We only have one rule here.
Please leave by 9.
We're not going. This is the after party. You're going to stay until I see too much yawning and it impacts your sentence structure. Once that happens, then you can leave. These are the rules. So Eliza Scherzing, yeah, that one. Thank you. She is a fan or donator to the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach, and she does shows for them for their like events and charity stuff. And her husband is a chef, and so they'll do like joint stuff, and that's what Chelsea told me. So she has shown up at the aquarium a few times to do stuff.
Has anyone seen our movie?
Is that Angry Birds, the emoji movie?
What?
Which one?
No.
Oh my god, incredible.
What is it called?
Which movie is it?
Well, now I have to look it up because nobody says.
Oh,
nobody knows it.
this. Do you know we skipped something I want to talk about, which was like recommendation for things to watch.
Yeah,
with,
thank
like, your favorite
you.
stand-up. So
This is perfect.
You mentioned Jenny Slate. Marcel the Shell is a phenomenal film. I cried.
Stop it.
Was not expecting that. I do not cry at movies.
Stop it. Really?
No, I don't know what got into me, but it's a beautiful movie. And I already mentioned Taylor Tomlinson, Look at You.
Yeah.
But Sam J, 3 in the Morning on Netflix, Fortune Feimster.
Fortune Feimster is a fun one.
Sam J was on my list. She's hilarious.
Yeah. Trevor Noah, Afraid of the Dark is really good.
What's the guy who wrote for Chappelle? His name is Neil
Brennan.
Neil Brennan?
Neil Brennan has one that's like it's with
Also
the blocks or something. What is that one?
Yeah, I saw that one too.
That one's really good.
That's
I
really
really
good.
like
I saw
one.
that one. I saw that one live.
Stop it, Daniel. Stop it.
I'm cool. No, I'm just I'm lame.
It's called Blocks.
Okay, good. Okay.
So
I thought
great.
I didn't know if I made that up or else like I want to call it Blacks. That's really cool.
We talked about like Bo Burnham's. He has Make Happy and What, and Inside is great too.
I still haven't seen it.
Also, the Lucas Bros have a special called On Drugs, and that's like they're the twins that perform together, and it's really funny.
Oh, twins. That would be fun to always to perform with someone else just standing there. Ugh.
Yeah, and Nate Bargatze's specials, Tennessee Kid and Greatest American, and then Hassan Minhaj, Homecoming King is great too.
Okay, another thing, Hassan Minhaj, I really like him. I just found out somewhat recently he's from our hometown, me, Cheryl, and Sarah's hometown. He's from Sacramento. Did not know that.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not shy about it, which is rare because if you're from Sacramento, you either deny it or you make a Oscar award-winning movie about it and talk about the flaws, which is what Greta Gerwig did, and that I applaud that. So
Yeah.
Well, I was so bummed when his show, The Patriot Act,
got canceled out of nowhere. Yeah,
that was like where I obtained most of my political knowledge from.
Oh,
it's probably not great, but
it's a start. I mean,
yeah, I'm just like, I'll read about that kind of stuff and it's like hard to retain, but the way that he presents information is like very palatable and entertaining, but also like I can actually hold on to the information for the most part, which is a struggle most of the times.
Yeah, and it's a bummer because I found out about him, I think like the season before his show got canceled, and then I was like, well, that's a shame, because I was like, this is something you should invest in. But then he started showing up more and more in places, and I was like, okay, good. So he's still going around making the rounds. And another comic that Anna brought up earlier that she didn't say was Jay Farrow, and that man is also talented, wickedly talented. I watched the What's My Jam episode with Jimmy Fallon, And if you haven't seen that, it's very, I had it running in the background when I was doing work the other day. Like it's just happening. And then, it's good when like I'll turn over and I'll be like, who's singing? Who's doing that? What's happening? And he impersonated Jay-Z the entire time through this song. And I was like, holy crap. Of course he can, because he can do anything. And I remember when he was on SNL, that man could impersonate anyone and it'd be fine.
Yeah. I'm currently watching, there's a documentary on female comedians called Hysterical on Netflix, or it's on Hulu. And that is great. If you want to just like be exposed to a lot of the history of female comedians, it's like it's a cool, it's like 90 minutes and it's definitely worth watching. Like it's funny and you get to hear about like women and the hardship that they go through, but also just like how they're fucking hilarious. So that's great too.
Oh, I love that. I don't know what made me think of this, but did you know that Amy Schumer was supposed to play Barbie in the Barbie movie?
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Well, they made the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Amy forfeited it. Like she gave it up because I think the story I heard from Amy, which was pretty good on her, is that she was supposed to play Barbie because that was the direction they wanted to go in as a company. They were like, this is who we want to represent Barbie. This is all good and great with us. They gifted her a pair of shoes, and I'll tell you what they are in a second, but they gifted her a pair of shoes, and then she was like, these are not me. Like, this is not what I'm about. And if they had like looked into it, they would have known. And she just kind of felt like it was all like the wrong fit. It didn't jive. So she gave up. She was like, I'm not a part of this. This should go to someone else. And then they gave it to Margot Robbie, which seemed so simple. Like it just was like click, done, easy. But they gave her a pair of like, was it like Jimmy Choo's or Manolos or something, but like high heels. Like basically they were like high heels.
I absolutely would have made the same decision.
Right? It's like because she's like
Barbie
Amy
can't
Schumer.
wear normal shoes because her feet are like this.
Absolutely not. I wear platform heels or sneakers. That's it. Like it does not work.
Yeah, no stiletto form, none of it. But yeah, when I heard that story that Amy Schumer gave it up that way, I was like, wow, that's actually like really, that's very admirable because I don't know, they're asking you to play Barbie. I would never get asked that because I have brown hair, so I'd get asked to play Teresa, and no one knows who Teresa is.
There's literally like 20 Barbies. And
those aren't the real Barbie. Let's be real,
they're all
though.
Barbie.
Everyone's name is Barbie, and
it's either Teresa, Skipper, or Kelly.
And then Ken. He's just Ken.
Who's Teresa, Skipper, and Kelly? I've never heard of these
Kelly
people.
is her little sister.
And then Skipper is also her little sister, but they never interact.
What?
Yeah, Daniel, get your shit together.
Yeah,
oh my god.
God. And then Teresa is the brunette friend.
Barbie. Our next episode will be the history of Barbie.
Yeah.
It will be.
That sounds like a good topic.
Yeah. I had a whole
You guys
complex.
can talk about your favorites.
Oh my god. There's only 3 Barbies, Daniel. I just named them all.
Yeah, but
there's only 3 types you can have.
Dog walker Barbie.
Yeah, it was like blonde Barbie or
Barbie,
brunette Barbie. And I never wanted brunette Barbie because I thought that she wasn't the real one. So I was like, give me the blonde one.
Do different things, like
that
mermaids or whatever, doctors. Something.
Well, now, yeah. Okay, I have a question for you. This might be one of those conundrums that tells us about the state of our future. Do you remember?
No.
The Barbie jet. Was Barbie flying the jet or was she the stewardess? When you were younger, was she flying it or was she the stewardess?
She was a stewardess, straight up.
She was a stewardess.
Is that our final answer?
She's a
Yeah,
stewardess.
because you guys don't think she could fly the jet? And then Barbie
was she not?
Or
think about it. Think about when you bought the Barbie jet or you play with the Barbie jet.
Or you looked at it.
Was she the stewardess or was she the pilot?
I think she was
Barbie
jet right now.
I never owned it, but I definitely played with it when I was
I
at my
definitely
friend's.
saw it, and I think that she was the stewardess. But now I'm also thinking like maybe she was just a passenger.
No, that's third option. She's
vacation Barbie. Her private.
Wasn't she just like I'm on my jet?
Yeah.
Listen, I was more of a Polly Pockets gal.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I played
Thank you.
Incredible. They were
And
more
listen,
easy. They were easy.
she
to
was a
take around.
stewardess. Polly Pockets was stewardess for sure.
Polly Pocket had her own above ground swimming pool also.
I also think like Polly Pocket though, I honestly she might have also been a pilot. I think she owned the private jet. She wasn't a stewardess, or she was either like in the stewardess costume or she was a passenger.
Yeah.
But
Did you ever
wait,
get
but what's the answer?
frustrated?
Is there a
What?
divide? Was she the stewardess and then is she now the pilot?
I'm on the
Well,
edge of my seat. I want to
Because I just
know.
pulled it up and she's the pilot.
I got
Okay,
to know.
No, well here's the
Is it
thing.
now? That's like nowadays, though.
Nowadays she is the pilot, but me and my sister vividly remember because we walked through Target today and we were looking at all the Barbies because we were like, what is Barbie doing today? Like, what's going on? And so we like looked through all of them and we saw the jet like that looks, so it's eerily familiar. It's like still purple, still like open up. And I was like, whoa, she's the pilot. And I was like, she's always the pilot. And then my sister looked at me and was like, I don't think so. And I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, wait a minute. I think she was the stewardess because she came with a cart.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
Enable
smart.
1999
Little
Barbie
blue
was
outfit.
stewardess.
Can you
Yeah.
enable
Oh,
screen
1999
2023
Barbie?
Barbie is a pilot.
Okay, so she made the switch to pilot pretty soon. What did you say, 90 when?
1999.
1999, she became a pilot.
No,
but
that's
90
stewardess.
Oh, 99, she was a
Wait,
stewardess.
Tatiana, I need you to
Oh, yes.
enable screen sharing.
Do you want to see the Barbie?
I'm gonna show you the Barbie. I'm gonna show everyone the Barbie you just
Oh.
described.
I didn't even know you can. Okay, go. Share. Can you do it?
You see, yeah.
I want to see it.
Oh, I do remember this.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
This is the Barbie, right?
Yeah, but
This is the Barbie of today.
that's today. Yeah, that's today.
That
because
Barbie
I-
is
That
a full
Barbie
on
is-
That is
pilot.
$85.
That should be the biggest problem here. Is that is.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Inflation is crazy. It's insane.
It was a secondhand seller.
Prices before.
Why, Joe Biden? Why?
I had the audacity to ask my parents for this shit.
I don't think they
Does
used
it
to be
even
this
wait? Does
much
it
money.
even come with a Barbie?
No.
Well,
It
it says
doesn't
play
come
set,
with
so I don't
Barbie.
think it does.
No,
It
it has to
says-
come with the outfit at least, right?
It says. Show
Yeah, it
more.
says Barbie pilot doll is ready for takeoff.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
thank
Okay,
God.
okay.
Okay.
15 pieces.
I just want you guys to know I want this for Christmas. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
adding
we
this
have
to my
to.
wish list.
We have to get it for you now because it's gonna get sold out. Because this Barbie is
Ah.
a pilot.
Look at all
There's
these
also-
other Barbie things.
Did you know
Oh.
there's also like a
Barbie
Barbie
care
RV vet clinic, and then there's like a Barbie like so right now Barbie is living her best life, but it was just really funny because seeing her with that plane, I was like, was she always I was like, she wasn't always a pilot, was she? And then seeing that, I was like, no, I think she was a stewardess, but I gave her more credit. I said she was a
Barbie
pilot
as
longer.
Colin.
Sorry.
Barbie as Colin, an EMT.
We had to play
Somebody's
it.
got to
Oh
Photoshop
my
his face.
God.
Just
Someone
play
should
Wait,
that.
Photoshop his face.
Play
into
it,
that
Anna.
little-
Is it not? I want to see the whole thing.
Okay.
Daniel would Photoshop his face onto
I'll
it,
be
so
like-
just let it play
Like-
out. Is this what Colin does
Oh,
for a living,
wow.
Cheryl? Is this
Oh
what
yeah,
your
this is
husband
where
does?
Colin works.
Does his truck fold out like that?
Does he
No,
get
this is like a
fine?
doctor's office. He doesn't do that.
I mean, listen, this might be worth $85.
Yeah.
This is like
Listen, this
Right.
one.
I feel
Do you
like
see
this
that,
is
Gertie?
flawed.
What?
Whoa.
She's got like a whole
this is
doctor's office now.
insane.
I think with seeing that
And a
Barbies come
clipboard.
up in the world career-wise, I'd like to recommend an episode of The Simpsons.
Please.
I think it's called Lisa versus Malibu Stacy. In The Simpsons, there's this doll called Malibu Stacy that's the equivalent
Yeah.
to Barbie. And in an episode, Lisa gets a new Malibu Stacy and it talks. And so she pulls a string. She's like, "All right, let's see what you have to say, Malibu Stacy." And then Malibu Stacy says things like, "Math is hard." And so
Yeah.
she goes like on a campaign to be like, Malibu Stacy should be better, and she actually does. It's a good episode. I recommend.
Wait, that's perfect because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's what happened to Barbie. People complained
Yeah.
enough, and there was like, when we went, there was like so many different variations of Barbie. I was like, I would have been so thrilled if I was a kid to know that getting the brunette Barbie wasn't a cop out, because when I was younger, I thought if someone gave me the brunette Barbie, I was like, just give me the blonde one. That's the real one, right? Like,
Yeah.
Did you buy it?
And
one.
that develops complexes. There's
What do you
nothing
think
wrong
I
with
have,
having
Daniel?
brunette hair.
Why do you think this is half blonde, half brunette, Daniel?
It looks
Wait,
fabulous,
is there
by the
like
way.
answer me this? Are there thicker Barbies now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Down
Okay,
syndrome.
good.
There are short Barbies,
Wheelchair
tall
Barbies.
Barbies, thick Barbies.
Because I remember looking at like holding a Barbie, being like, "Well, this is just unattainable. Like, there's just no way."
It's so true.
Like at 15, I was like, I'm already like a size 12.
Yeah.
There's no way that I'm gonna be able to be this.
yeah.
That's good.
Oh
I'm
my
glad
god,
that
there
they're-
was a Barbie today. We saw she was river rafting Barbie, and the girl looked like she could pull you out of a situation. It was impressive. I was like, this Barbie just
Yes.
saved my life. I'm so
That's
happy
amazing.
about it.
But I want to know if you bought that Barbie, Becca, on eBay.
The $85 one.
I don't have the cash for that right now, but
It's only 60
no, this is
for a classic.
it's $60 for, and the plane's not included. So
No.
But it's the Japan Airlines uniform.
it's
God,
just
come on.
she does have the cart.
Oh my god, we have
This
to here. Let me screen share this. Let's see if I know how. Screen share.
Her
Yeah.
like there's
We
sticks.
just did that.
There, you have to see this. Look at, oh my god.
$60.
That
Amazing.
is-
That coat doesn't even
Wow.
fit her.
I know. I'm like, is
Look
she
at her
wearing-
look at her with that that cart.
And she's got an apron. She has tights. I've never seen a Barbie with tights.
She's from
All I
Japan.
remember is
She's from Japan.
so I was a Polly
Knock off
Pocket
Barbie.
gal, and the
I love
clothes
Polly
are made of rubber,
What?
and I would play with them so aggressively that like every time I tried to put the clothes on, I ripped like
Yeah.
I just would rip them.
Oh, they're like,
Yeah, I broke more than I probably played with them. And then my
They-
best friend of 25 years now and I would spend like 4 hours setting up their home and their lives and everything. And then once we were all set up, we were like, all right, we're good. And like
hilarious.
would barely play with them.
No.
It was all
It's
about,
so
it was
true.
all
Who
about-
is that,
Did
Julia?
anyone have them all?
yeah.
I did not.
I
still
had
have
the
the one
whole
Pokemon.
water park, and I played with it in our little jacuzzi. It was like an above ground one that was really small.
The
and
Polly
my-
Pocket jacuzzi.
No, I was in a jacuzzi.
Right.
No,
Our
I
jacuzzi. I was part of the water park. They also had a jacuzzi and a pool and
Yes.
slides. And I was playing with my Polly Pockets.
You were in a Polly
There was
Pocket
a brother
jacuzzi?
that needed to like clean the jacuzzi, so he dumped it out along with all of my Polly Pockets down the drain.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Polly Pocket water park down the drain.
But did you
No.
also pretend like was your TV a drive-in movie? Because that's
Oh.
what we did.
Hilarious.
brilliant.
They got in their little car and then you took them to the TV and you were like, oh my god, we're all gonna watch like 4 episodes of SpongeBob. And that was you like playing with them.
I love it.
God. That's so
I like
true.
how this episode sort of, or this after party became a Barbie themed.
Polly Pocket.
Polly Pocket.
Welcome to the Barbie after party.
Yeah, well, yeah. Welcome to the female comedian Barbie / Polly Pocket after party, where we'll then talk about my scene dolls and Bratz dolls next.
I wasn't allowed to
because-
have them too sexy.
I was
My
allowed to have a
scene
Bratz doll.
dolls.
Yeah.
The Bratz
It
dolls were
they
fun.
were-
I love
They were
them.
too sexy.
They didn't have
It's just like
feet.
weird for your mom to try and tell
Yeah.
you like this doll is like
Unrealistic.
too
Nobody can have heads that big.
Nobody can have heads
No one
up.
cannot have feet like that. That was the my scene dolls. You would literally pop off their feet, and it would just be a nub. And then you
That was
would
both
stick
of
their
them,
feet back on.
right?
The
Like
Bratz dolls
didn't
would
have
do that.
feet
I don't know
either.
about
They
the-
had like the most ridiculous little like things
Yeah.
that you pop on, and they were just like more ridiculous than like Barbie feet because they were
Yeah,
just like
they
massive.
definitely were. It was too
Okay,
hard
wait.
to handle.
Did anyone
they
have
didn't
Betty
last long.
spaghetti?
No.
What?
Did no one else have Betty Spaghetti?
No, who's
Your
she?
parents made that up.
I don't know her.
She's like,
I don't know her.
listen, she's a fever dream from the 90s. And she is like what I imagine. You know how like Cartoon Network shows and stuff, you could look back and you're like, people were on drugs making this.
Yes.
That's what I'll say in the chat. That's what I assume.
Oh, I did have Betty Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I
Oh my god. Okay, now I gotta share my screen again.
talk
Okay,
about
here-
unrealistic beauty standards. Betty
My
Spaghetti.
hair never looked like this.
This just reminds me
What?
of, oh my god. First of all, Betty Spaghetti, full on. Whoa.
Yes.
Oh.
Where's her arm?
Where isn't her arm?
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah,
'cause you
that
could
one.
change
That
their
one is
hands.
definitely missing an arm, Anna. You're right. You're right. There's no arm. There.
Good
Oh, that
catch,
one
Anna.
is
Because their
literally.
hands all of their body parts are interchangeable.
God.
As if I remember
$85?
correctly. This is vintage.
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 It's so
It's
vintage.
also not
She's missing an
complete,
arm.
which is hilarious.
It's also not complete.
Her hand is
There's
over-
one hand. They're missing the arm.
There's a loose hand.
I
Oh,
love when
man.
people talk about like the stuff they saw. Like they're like, I think I fever dreamed that, and it's so true because in the '90s, early 2000s, there was so much stuff going on that like no one knew what was happening. Talk about comedy moments. I remember all that and like Amanda show stuff
Yeah.
going on, and I was
Yes.
like, I think I dreamt that. I don't think that's real at all.
I think I have to believe that like because TV was going through such a boom that like rules and regulations couldn't catch up in time until like now, obviously. So adults were just getting away with putting the craziest shit on television.
So
Like,
much.
we would fall asleep to like George Lopez and wake up at like 3 a.m. to the most absurd ads or like different like creepy animated shows or whatever
Oh
in
yeah.
the middle of the night. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god.
If you watch back certain like Cartoon Network shows and stuff like that, you're just like, how did they? Who okayed that? Who did this? Like, like Courage the Cowardly Dog was one. I love it though. I love Courage the Cowardly Dog, but like honestly,
Yeah.
watching it back because it's on HBO now, it's like, oh Jesus. That's why we're all messed up. That's why we're like this, you guys. This is it.
Return the slab.
Yeah, return the slab.
Return
Which is
the
interesting
slab.
because like now it's interesting because you'll hear comedians, especially older comedians, be like, well, everybody's so sensitive these days. Like everybody, like you can't get away with the stuff that you could back in the day. But I don't know. I've gotten to a point where I'm kind of thinking like your comedy is supposed to evolve along with the times, and if like you can't like evolve with your audience, then what does that say about your comedy and everything? Because there are
Ooh.
definitely stand-ups that like do that currently and are succeeding at it, just like you can see a lot of the people uprising in comedy on platforms like TikTok, like we talked about. It is wild to like watch back those shows and be like, this shit couldn't fly today. There's no way.
Oh, seriously, I'm convinced half the SpongeBob episodes that aired could not be aired
Yeah.
today. Also, they took off.
Well,
a few
some of them are.
They took the
yeah,
panty
some of
raid
them taken
episode
down.
off.
But that one was so funny.
The panty raid episode, or at least that scene. Do you know
No,
what
they
I'm
took that
talking
whole
about?
episode gone. I think
Yeah.
that whole
They took that whole
episode's gone.
Are you
down.
feeling it, Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs?
Are
Aren't
you
thou
feeling
yeah.
You're gonna miss the panty raid.
And even back then, none of us knew what a panty raid was, but we just went with it. Okay, we were cool like
Yeah.
that. We just like faked it
I-
until we made it.
I remember watching that, being like, I don't know why, but I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, because you're like panty, and then I'd be like, Mom, what does that mean? And she'd be like, panty raid, like underwear, and I'd be like, yeah, like underwear. But I
they
never
cut
put
to the next because aren't they raiding? is it Mrs. Puff's house or is it his daughter's?
No, it's
So what
Mr.
happens is like the goal is to go into just random people's house and just like look at their underwear because that's what people did back then.
Yeah.
But then the twist is that the first house they like go into and the last house they go into is Mr. Krabs' mom's house. And they make him
that's
do
what it is.
Yeah, and they
I
make
was like,
him do it.
he's
So
related. It's yeah.
he crawls in there, finally does it, and is like, "Look, I'm young, I'm hip. Look at this underwear," and it's his mom. This is mom's house.
It's so messed up.
Right? It's
Terrible.
so messed up.
Because that's how you become young and hip. You steal people's panties.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
That's what you do.
that's what
That is the
SpongeBob
lesson.
said.
Yeah.
Everybody should quote Daniel on that forever.
No, now people are gonna clip it. Oh
Yep.
man. Oh man.
That's it. That's the
Put
Set
on
one.
myself
TikTok.
up. No.
I got it.
With
Don't
all of
worry.
his followers.
Don't worry. I got that.
The episode title.
Oh my god. All right. So that's the end of this after party. So
Wait, I had
Alright.
a few recommendations.
Wow.
oh my god, please.
I like Shane Smith, Prison for Wizards. I feel like nobody knows about it, but I think it's
I
really
don't.
What?
Oh my god,
Where'd you
what
find
is
that?
this?
Shane Smith and his set Prison for Wizards. It's funny. And I like Tom Cashman. He does a lot of graphs and visuals, and I'm a slut for statistics. He's also on Taskmasters Australia, which is really funny.
Oh, do you like Dimitri Martin?
I don't know him.
What?
He's like a
What?
very
I don't know.
he's a very deadpan comedian who sometimes uses visuals.
He
Shit,
does.
you
Like
might
his
him.
whole show was like visuals.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was-
Alright.
Colin
But
loved
sorry,
it.
go on.
Oh, my last one, we talked about like subject matter, and there's a comedian, Michael Cruz Kane, who does a lot of grief comedy. He has a show called Sorry for Your Loss and a podcast called A Good Cry, and I really like it.
Everyone
Thanks,
check those
Sarah.
recommendations out.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
now.
Jesus.
I have one recommendation. I don't really watch a lot of stand-up comedy anymore, or like ever. Diane Morgan has like a show called Kunk on Earth. Well, I mean, she has like a couple of different ones on Netflix, and I think it's like one of the funniest things ever.
Ooh.
It's her just like going through like the history of Earth, and it's hilarious. She's
Love
like,
that.
on the other side of the world, China is also having a history of their own.
No.
I'll throw in one recommendation, and it'll be the last thing I'll say. I recommend a dude named Tim Dillon. You guys ever heard
Tim
of Tim
Dillon
Dillon?
is great.
Tim Dillon is he's probably the one dude where I'm like, okay, I want to get to his level where you're going on the road, you're supporting yourself on Patreon, you know, you're talking about shit that a lot of people don't want to talk about, and it's hitting, and you're getting this audience. So everybody out there, please look up a man named Tim Dillon. He's amazing.
Yes.
I love him.
He's a good one. Brilliant. Thank you for joining us at the after party, which was supposed to be a mini-sode about the beautiful stand-up comedy party you attended the week before. So I hope you enjoyed this and you got more recommendations out of it. We'll see. We'll see. But we'll see you next time here next week with a whole different party, whole different topic. You'll see what that is later.
Barbies.
All right. Barbies, yeah. If you cross your fingers, it's gonna be Barbies. We can only
Fever
hope.
dream toys from your childhood.
Fever dream toys
Next
from your
week.
childhood. That's a long list. Yeah. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
A Gaviota Media House production.